Welcome back. Breaking news earlier in the program from both House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer and House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan on their investigation into allegations of influence peddling and bribery against President Biden. Joining me right now with reaction is the New York Post columnist and Fox News contributor Miranda Devine, along with former Department of Defense Chief of Staff Kash Patel. Thanks very much for being here, both of you. Miranda, I want to kick it off with you, particularly about this information we got about Mr. Galanis. The committees did an interview with him on Friday from prison, and it matched exactly with what Bobulinski told them 2 weeks earlier. Your reaction?
Yes, Maria, what Bobulinski and also Devon Archer told them, this fits a pattern of the sort of Biden shakedown behaviour of their foreign benefactors. Hunter Biden got his father on the phone twice. Once, we told, in Brooklyn with his Russian benefactor, Elena Baturina, who's an intimate of Vladimir Putin, and interestingly, again, was not sanctioned on Friday. Elena Baturina is described to his father by Hunter Biden. Hello, say hello. We're doing business with these people. Twice, Galanis has mentioned this. And also talking about golf course conversations with Joe Biden, Devon Archer and Hunter Biden, in which they do talk business, and they talk about Joe Biden going on the board of one of these Chinese entities after he finishes as vice president. So there's a lot to unpack there, but I'm sure that the Democrats will try and downplay it because the source comes from prison. But the fact is, Hunter Biden was dealing with a lot of shady characters. A lot of them are in prison, dead, fugitives, in jail. You know, that's the way he rolled. Those were the people that he hung out with.
Well, you make a good point because President Biden said that he's putting all of these sanctions, 500 sanctions against Russians and oligarchs. And yet here we have again Elena Baturina, who is the woman who sent Hunter Biden a check for $3.5 million. This was the wife of the former mayor of Moscow. She was not part of any of those Russian sanctions on Friday, was she?
Exactly. And this is, again, she's evaded sanctions. Of course, they can't sanction her because then that would look bad for Hunter Biden and thus for Joe Biden and the rest of the family. So they'll avoid sanctioning him as far as possible, her, I mean. And
Kash Patel, Miranda just mentioned the fact that we are talking about the Democrats' reaction, and that's exactly what we're getting. They're mocking this because Galanis was interviewed in prison.
No, that's exactly right. Look, when it's politically convenient for informants and people that the FBI utilizes to project a political narrative, they will become the biggest hypocrites in the world. And that's extended to the informant class. The FBI political informant operation has become a political leviathan that will rear its head when it's convenient to establish a political narrative. And they've done that yet again with the arrest of this latest FBI informant. It goes back to Christopher Steele, but they're all connected, Maria.
I want to talk more about Christopher Steele. Let's slip in a short break and come right back with Miranda Devine and Kash Patel. Stay with us. Welcome back, and I am back with New York Post columnist Miranda Devine and former Department of Defense Chief of Staff Kash Patel. Kash, it is really stunning that Smirnov was indicted, but still no accountability at all from the Russia collusion lie. I know you lived it. Your reaction?
Look, the FBI's political informant operation must be shut down. From Christopher Steele to Smirnov, we have found out from FBI directors, including Chris Ray and Comey, that these were the best assets the FBI ever had. And what happens to them? They become indicted for political corruption. This cannot happen in the United States of America. And remember, this Smirnov indictment is based off a 4-year-old report. A 4-year-old report. And what does the FBI do when they indict some of their best political assets? They go on and make cutouts like Broussard and other DOJ officials a substitute and a supplanting for it. So we need to disband this operation, and Congress needs to stop funding, taxpayer-funded politicization of the informant operation at the FBI. It's destroying our faith in law enforcement.
Miranda,
Congress
you
needs
would think
to do better and hold the FBI accountable.
You would pardon me, I'm sorry, Kash. You would think that we would all be on the same page about this. You don't want any worries about national security, but the Democrats are mocking the impeachment inquiry.
They're mocking it because they are using their leverage point at the FBI to say, look,
go ahead,
look
Miranda,
at what we've done here.
Yeah, so sorry, Kash. Go ahead, Miranda.
Sorry, look, I think the FBI's already destroyed their own confidential human source program because of what they've done to this guy Smirnov. I mean, he was fined for 14 years to give them information about Russians, and now suddenly they're indicting him for the same thing. It's ridiculous.